Don't forget to leave a like, share and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get into today's video. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Crossing the Line. We've got an interesting story. It's a bit old. It's from last year, but I came across it looking for something to talk about today. And furries in Australia, we all know what furries are. We love furries, don't we? Because what else would you like to hunt? I mean, they've got everything. Hunting furries, it should be an Olympic sport. I can't wait for it to be live streamed. And we should, I don't know, start some sort of GoFundMe to bring it out, and like maybe UFC, Dana White could get involved. That'd be fantastic. We can hunt furries. I mean, there's less evil things going on now than hunting furries. I mean, hunting furries just sounds fun to me. I don't know about you. But we're going to take a look at this story from news.com.au. It's a little old from last year, but I think it holds up, and I think it's pretty poignant now and still relative to what's going on with Gen Z and our youth of today. A private school in Melbourne is reportedly supporting an year 8 non-verbal student in identifying as a cat. Yes, you heard that correctly. The Herald Sun reports that a phenomenally bright child has been allowed to assume the identity with the behaviour linked to the furry subculture that has been adopted by some teen circles. No one seems to have protocol for students identifying as animals, but the approach that has been that if it doesn't disrupt the school, everyone is being supportive, said a source close to the family. The behaviour is being normalised now, and more people are identifying as whatever they want to identify with, including furries. Although the school didn't confirm the girl's attendance, they said that the approach to the mental health is always unique to the student and will take into account professional advice and the well-being of the student. Does that mean they're putting out kitty litter trays for her? Is she just only eating tin food or whiskers out of a bag or something like that? Like, how far do you want to go with it? Like, when she's sitting there licking herself in class, are you going to like tap her on the shoulder and say, "Hey, don't lick your mutt in class"? Like, put your date away. Like, what's going on? Like, are they dressing up as a cat? I mean, I don't like cats at the best of times, let alone a human child cat, which is just really disturbing to me. I don't know about you. Earlier this year in Michigan State School in the US Midwest, a school that was forced to debunk claims that it had implemented a litter box for the kids. There it is. Litter box for the kids. This was a response to a concerned parent who was blasted the school at the school forum. "I am all for creativity and imagination, but when someone lives in a fantasy world and accepts other people to go along with it, I have a problem with that," said a concerned parent at the time, who defined furry as someone who identifies as a cat or dog or whatever. In response, the superintendent in Midland Public Schools near Detroit, Michael E. Sharrow, said that there was no truth whatsoever to this false statement or accusation. "It is unconscionable that this afternoon I'm sending this communication. However, my Midland PS stakeholders may be confused about the false message or accusation that has resurfaced this week is gaining traction in the social media realm," he wrote. Now, I remember that story, and there was several students that come out and said that that person was using a litter box in the bathroom, that the school had set up a litter box for that student. A whole bunch of other cases have arisen where said litter box has been given to a child. If that's true, I mean, they're kids, they're going to lie, they're going to bully, they're going to tease. But if that's true, that school really needs to be reined in. I mean, how far do you want to go with letting a child, who's literally a child, make up that they're going to be a random animal? And how far are you going to do that? Are you going to just, if they think they're a horse, are you just going to go and put them outside in the stall? Or are you going to put them in a stable? Are you going to ride them around on lunchtime? Some teachers do those things with students, but we won't go there anyway. The above incidents come as some Gen Z teens have adopted the furry subculture in which people anthropomorphize animals and begin to give them human characteristics. While some members choose to adopt the fursona, that was a word I didn't know existed and didn't need to know existed. The ABC reports only 20 to 25% of furries have fursuits. That's because they're exceedingly expensive, I'd say. The subculture is also removed from sexual fetish. A quick Pornhub search will show you that there is a massive sexual fetish going on with furries and furry-related things. Actually, funny story. I have a friend who will remain nameless for this, but his children were coming of age. His young boys were coming of age of watching pornography, and you know how every parent gives their kid a tablet or a phone to watch, you know, Sesame Street or Netflix on or whatever. He since found it wasn't so much furry porn, but it was like animated, furry-esque type sexual things on there on videos that he was watching. I think I can't remember how old the child was at the time, but as you can imagine, that really pissed him off, and the child lost all privileges with the tablet after that. So where they're getting it from, I don't know. Maybe it's like Lola Bunny from Looney Tunes and things like that, like they're sexualizing animals on cartoons and animes and things like that. I mean, I could see where they're coming from. Lola Bunny, there's cosplays out of it. There's whatever it is. There's you know, the rule of the internet is if you can imagine it, there's porn of it. But how is it getting into these kids? I wonder whether the YouTube algorithm's feeding it to them when they're sitting there on their tablet watching something. It's entertaining. I wonder what cartoons they grew up watching. I guarantee you it'd have something a lot to do with probably Disney. Because we know Disney is getting into the business, or has always been in the business of sexualizing content for children, and it only ever seems to be getting worse now. While some members choose to adopt their fursona, blah, 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 the subculture also removed from sexual fetish. On TikTok, the hashtag furry features people wearing elaborate cartoon animal costumes dubbed fursuits. In some cases, participants may wear the entire fursuit, which covers their entire body, while others just opt in for the head of the animal. In a Rolling Stone feature in 2019, the director of communications of the Anthrocon annual furry convention that takes place in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, said that there are a range of reasons why someone may want to explore the furry subculture. Yeah, there's a few reasons. Some of them like the aesthetic, and they like the idea of creating somebody that they like the idea of someone other than who they are. I'm just going to say, outright say it. If your child is a furry, I would send them to a doctor immediately, because and keep them away from the dog. Like, if you have jars of peanut butter going missing in your house and the dog's gaining a bit of weight, I don't know, maybe ask the question, check on their phone or their tablet, see what the kid's been up to. But if they're asking you to go out and buy them a furry costume, or if the kid's saving up for a furry costume, I think you might need to start going to church. I'm not a fan of religions or anything like that, but I don't know how the hell you're going to stop your kid from becoming a furry. I'm gonna have a talk to my mate after I get off here and find out where that went with his kid. But I'll make sure he keeps an eye on it, because I can't imagine anything worse than waking up one day and finding out your kid's a furry. People are worried about their kids coming out as gay or pansexual. I mean, if you're in love with a frying pan, go for gold. Just stay away from my pots and pans. I really do enjoy my wok. But if you come out as a furry, if your kid come out as a furry, that'd be pretty heartbreaking. It'd be pretty hard for a lot of millennials or boomers or anything like that to understand. So I don't know. I do think, though, that Dana White, the UFC, someone like that needs to get behind. Maybe who else, like Grantham or Donut Operator YouTubers, they can get behind, and we can get a fund together to start maybe buy an island where we release furries onto that island and hunt them for sport. I mean, I'm not saying anyone needs to die, but you got to make it interesting. You remember those? It was a Steve Austin movie. It was all these criminals were put onto an island and they had to kill each other off. For, whoever's last alive wins, and they get off the island and they get free. Something like that. Maybe like an actual Survivor, but with furries, and see how they go. Maybe Naked and Afraid, but it's like Furry and Afraid. That'd be great. Furry and Afraid. But we can make some money out of this and get some entertainment, because the only alternative is children in our schools here in Australia are going to be dressing and acting like animals. I mean, we've probably all seen a few videos online that raise an eyebrow. But if anyone deserves to be bullied, it's these people. Just saying. I mean, I was bullied for being like emo, goth, heavy metal kid growing up, whatever. But how the hell have they gotten to the point where they don't get bullied enough where they can wear a fursuit, piss in a litter box, and watch dog porn, and they're not getting bullied? How have we fallen that far as a society? But maybe ask your kids if they know any furries at school. Maybe make sure you check up on what they're watching online, and let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'll see you guys in another video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.